What's going on, guys? It's Fizz, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how I make my thumbnails. Now, I've gotten a couple of requests from my friends and fans, so I thought, you know what? Why not? If y'all want to see it, then I'll go ahead and make it. So, with that out of the way, let's get into this. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is hit File, New, and for the width, 1280, and height, 720. You can name it whatever you want, but for the purpose of this, I'm just not going to name it. Hit OK, and then you end up with this transparent background. Now, I like to add another layer just in case something happens. So you're going to click on layer 1 and go to place. Now, this is where you're going to pick your background. I have a bunch of pre-made backgrounds from like games that I've been in. So like Minecraft, I have a Bed Wars game shader pack that I took a screenshot, and this is what it looks like. So what I like to do is, click on that filter and then Gaussian blur. Don't put it to too high, because then it looks like, not like that. Well, yeah, like that, but like that. I like, like a good 2.3 or 3.3. That works too, but, I'm going to lower it. Alright, so 2.8. Hit OK. Now we're going to add a background. So for this, you're going to want to hit on the shape tool and then cover this whole background with white. Doesn't matter how big this is, it just has to cover up the whole background. Now you're going to want to add another layer, switch it, and this time leave a little gap for the, border. Do that. You can reshape it, so I'm going to shape it to my size, about right here. Alright, that looks good enough. Oh, let me put it down just a little more. Alright. Now I'll hit OK. Now what you want to do is rasterize this layer and then merge them both. You're going to merge it. Merge layers. Okay. So now once you've merged it, click this and then hit delete. Boom. Alright. So now you're going to hit overlay. Oh, not that. Overlay. Then what I like to do is add a little drop shadow. Not a little drop shadow, more or less like a little stroke. And then Control D. You don't have to add a stroke, but that's my personal preference. I don't use it all the time, but if it looks good, it'll look good. So then I add another layer, and this one's going to be for the text. Now we're going to be making a high pixel one. So high pixel, like Bed Wars. You're going to highlight this and then change the color to whatever you want. I like white mostly because it goes with everything. And then, put a little arc to it. And I just started using it because, it looks pretty nice. So, once you have it arced or however you want it, you can make it bigger, make it smaller. I'm going to be making it bigger to take up more of the room. Actually, I need that more bigger because that's not going to fit, or it's going to be too small. So, once you have that, I like to add, undo that. Well, undo that. Okay, that looks good. So once you do that, you're going to want to go ahead and right click on it and go to blending options. I like to add a stroke. You don't have to fix anything with that unless you want it to be smaller. Then you can change the size or opacity. Go to drop shadow, add that. Opacity to 100, size maybe around 5 or 10, and spread it just a little. There you go. Alright, that's what I like to do for these texts. I used to add like a little gradient to it, but I don't have any presets for that right now. So then you're going to add another one, and we're going to put like Bed Wars. This is a Bed Wars game, so Bed Wars. You're going to, size it to whatever you want. Once again, then you're going to, if you hold shift, it keeps its size but gets it bigger. So that's a little tip right there. Maybe smaller. All right, yeah, that'll work. Right there. We're probably going to mess with these text, and you're going to want to go ahead and right click on this once again, blending options, stroke, and drop shadow. I like to do the exact same thing for each text so it doesn't look willy wonky. Go to 10, all right, and then about there. All right, so once you have that, I'm going to go ahead and put it down a little and put this down a little too, because you want it to be a little centered. You don't want it to look weird. High pixel Bed Wars. Alright. Now, it looks a little spacey. So, I'm going to go ahead and add another layer. And You can find your character on like Skindex, go on to it, and if you scroll down, there should be just like a 2D model of it. Now, obviously, I like to do 3D too, but I haven't done it.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
So I think it would look better, in all honesty. But if you can't, then I recommend sticking to what you do best, or looking up the tutorial, because that would help. Go to place, and this is my skin right here, Waffle Bear. Now, as you can see, it has two layers, or two things. It has a back of it and the front of it. Go ahead and do that. And since it's, make sure you're selected on this, or you're going to erase the background. Then you're going to go to eraser, make sure it's rasterized. Boom. Now just erase it. Erase it. Boom. Alright. So now that that's erased, you can select it to however big you want it. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I like to add a drop shadow on this too. So right click, blending options, or stroke, or drop shadow. Drop shadows look really nice, but since it's in a darker area, you can't really see it. But I like to put it just, in case, and maybe it'll look better. And spread. All right, boom. So Hypixel Bed Wars. I'm thinking we maybe should add some more text, just a little bit. Hypixel Bed Wars with friends. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Sometimes I rotate my text just to give it to like a little effect. So now we're gonna add another layer and text with friends. Now, when I do my live streams, I'll put Hypixel live stream like with viewers or something, like I did with my Roblox thumbnails. So I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller because we ain't got that much room anymore. Make it a little bit bigger. Make it a little bit bigger. All right, that'll work. So right click, blending options, stroke, drop shadow, and opacity high. I'll put some of my screenshots for download in the description, and I'll put the PSD for a tutorial for this in the description as well. Because, I think it'd be easier if y'all had like a template. If y'all want a template, that's fine. I'll gladly give y'all a template. Hit OK. And boom. You're basically done. You are more than done, actually. So, if you want, you can add a little stuff around here, like maybe say some like a little squiggly line. Oh, that's not a squiggly line. That's a straight line. But you can add whatever you want. Sometimes I'll add little like dots everywhere. Or not dots everywhere, but more or less like, little triangles. I don't know. But yeah. You can do whatever you want. But I'm not going to do anything else to this. This is usually how I make my thumbnails. I'm definitely going to try and upgrade my thumbnail quality, as in 3D and more like Technoblade style and all that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all later. Peace!